the sunrise, new day's dawning, and it's calling you and me. Where the mighty Mississippi flows by Memphis, Tennessee. We've got woodlands, fields, and water. Hey, there is no better way. You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Make some time, take a family, ask a friend, but don't delay. Listen up and learn about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Listen up and learn about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Good Saturday morning. Welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports. Now, here's your host, Larry Ray.
And welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on this beautiful first Saturday in May.
This is Larry with his FM voice.
That's right. This is the FM voice. Speaking of Larry Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've got the eminent Larry Ray Esquire, outdoor rider supremo extraordinaire.
Use capital letters too.
Yeah, and you don't have to whisper.
Me. That's you're overwhelming me. That's for sure.
Yeah, we got Larry here, top of the hour. It's his show. He can call
That's
in.
Right.
Well, I'm not whispering.
Yeah, we wondered about that.
Yeah, there's no normally I could have done that, but I guess you probably told them I'm at the Tennessee Outdoor Riders Association conference over here at Pickwick Landing State Park. Dave was over here earlier in the week too when we kind of kicked this thing off, and I would be on my patio and on the fifth floor here at this beautiful facility. And Dave, I don't know if you know about this. They're having a terrible. I don't know if it's terrible, but the swallows, excuse me, not the swans. The swallows have migrated through this area, and it looks like something from Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds.
Wow. Oh, okay.
I mean, they are everywhere, and they are leaving deposits everywhere.
Okay.
And so it is a major. They're having trouble dealing with this.
Okay, but they're in the earlier segments talking to Ron, and we're talking about all the birds migrating through. And we've talked a lot of birds on your show in some of the segments, but that's one of the byproducts, that you get.
Yeah, because I mean, it's just like if you build it, they will come.
Right.
And they are here. I mean, I'm looking right now. Across we got a little fog on the Tennessee River here, and you can barely see the dam and the bridge, but you can see the swallows, and they even posted in the viewing area that they're sorry for it, but you have to be careful about it because the chairs have to be put up. It's amazing, but anyway, it is a beautiful place. There's about 30 of us over here from across the state, and I appreciate you guys stepping in while I get a chance to visit in this wonderful thing, and had a chance to go fishing. I get all tied up on what day it is when you come over here, but I had a great round of golf, I guess, with Dave on Thursday afternoon at the state park with Don King, the voice of Outdoors with Larry Ray, the theme song, and Jason. What's Jason's last name?
Harmon. Jason Harmon. He's one of our podcast podcast guys that's streaming video, and he's that guru. He keeps
and he hits it a long way.
Oh yeah, golf is wasted on the young.
That's right. But we got to play 18 holes, and appreciate that. Dave Harmon my former colleague at the Commercial Appeal, who was a territory manager for the Commercial Appeal over here, now is in real estate, and had a chance to visit with him. And but then yesterday, guys, wow, I went out with Roger Bird. You folks out there are familiar with Roger Steekall on the show many times over the years. A wonderful professional fisherman guide out of the Corinth and the Yucca area, and so he had one of his partners come over here, and I had a chance to go brim fishing. You think that brim fishing on May the 1st, 42 degrees, taking off across this great lake, and I had everything on. I had all my clothes on because I thought it was winter fishing. Well, we got to the first spot, and we got there at 8:30. At 8:32, I caught my first fish. 8:34, 8:30, every 2 minutes.
Yeah,
we were catching brim right and left. Joel Lux out of Smyrna, Tennessee, a new guy from our area, fished in the boat with Roger, and you know, once you fish with a guy that has $100,000 rig, including his truck and his boat, it's a little hard to go back to that John boat, you know. And he had a sonar facility. Minn Kota has what they call the TOWA, and this thing looks like something from Star Wars on the back of his boat that sweeps across the bottom of the lake. We found the brim on beds. This is May the 1st at 42 degrees, and we're finding brim beds.
Well, you hit it at the right time, because if you happen to see the moon this morning, it'll be full tomorrow, and these are the 6 days on either side of a full moon cycle. If you're going to catch them off the beds, that's when it's going to be.
And that's right, exactly what he said when we took off, and we fished for 4 hours, and I know that we caught anywhere between 75 and 100.
Wow.
Using a 6-pound test line with a little a slip weight on it, with a small hook baited with some of the world's smallest crickets that I've ever seen. We got bigger crickets in my house.
Yeah.
So, but they were not only did we catch. I caught the only shellcracker, and if you folks out there know the red ear. I caught us a big shellcracker. We caught everything but catfish. We were really surprised. We caught some yellow perch. We caught a lot of sunfish, of course, which is, I don't know, it gets a bad rap. I mean, you don't eat the thing, but they're most beautiful little fish that you can catch and look at them, and with the sun shining on them. And we caught some everything in 4 hours, and wore me out. I didn't realize how 18 holes of golf and 4 hours of brim fishing will.
I'm just glad you found your sunglasses.
Dave, there you go. I knew you were going to say that.
I'm just going to, I get a text message yesterday. I said,
your sunglasses.
Yeah.
And Dave will say this, and Gene Smith, Hunter Safety, will say it. Yeah, I did. I couldn't find my sunglasses, and that's a real thing. The night before, you should be more prepared when you're going fishing, because those sunglasses are, and Gene, you know, those sunglasses are important off that glare.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and the new sunglasses are, I'm not just promoting Strike King or anything like that, but yeah, I forgot my sunglasses.
Yeah, I get a text message yesterday. I might have left my sunglasses in your truck. And so I looked, and I was fixing. Then I get another one.
You should never go off with when you're going fishing with me.
Yeah,
we have a snack bag.
Yeah,
but, we're looking forward this morning. Our conference seminar start today at 8:15 here at this. And this is a wonderful facility for something like this. And had a chance to eat at Freddie T's last night, which. And it was really amazing. It was packed. It's a restaurant / whatever you want to call it here. But Carlton Veers walks in. The publisher and editor of the Mid-South Hunting and Fishing News, and there comes Carlton in. He's got a place over here, and he was over here, so I got a chance to visit with Carlton. But and then. The food at the lodge here, Dave had to eat some of that, so it was great. And I had a chance to stop at the rib cage. You folks that go to Oxford all the time, you know that there is a rib cage in Oxford at the barbecue place. Well, this was the original one right here in Pickwick with Alex Homra, a former coach at Hardin County High School, built this restaurant that I saw him build 28 years ago, and it's here. So, but today, guys, we have our newsmakers, and you know, and I know Frank Fisk will be here today.
Yep.
Talking fisheries. I think he's assistant fisheries chief, Dave. Is that right?
Right. You know, Frank's up in our fisheries division up there, and it's quiz time. I'm gonna give you a quiz question.
Oh no, quiz time. Okay.
What happens a month from today?
What happens a month from today?
The first Saturday in June.
We will be at Johnson Lake. Oh, it's behind Germantown Baptist.
Johnson Road
the
Lake.
15th or 14th annual TWRA Mid-South Junior Fishing Rodeo. We will be there. I hadn't thought about that. 1 month from the day.
1 month from today. Be free fishing day.
Free fishing day. I forgot about that, man. Yeah, and all of us will be together. It'll be, folks, your chance to see Brother Darrell and Darrell together. It's hard to tell them apart. You'll understand.
Oh, yeah.
The quiz will be, you know, which one is the... Oh, I won't even say it. All right, okay.
Yeah, we have control now.
Yeah, you do have control. You got the buttons, and Greg Ratliff is in there taking care of the buttons. Hope everything's gone great. I know
it is. You know, if you get a call from the station management next week and they talk about, we really need to talk about your contract.
Oh no, that's this is one of those times where I can actually. Not, you know, I could do my on the road. Hey guys, how y'all doing? It really feels strange to talk to y'all like this in a normal voice at 7 o'clock on a Saturday morning. So it's kind of a strange. Well, we're hoping tonight. Our awards program is on tonight, and we'll be chugging on back into Memphis tonight, but hopefully the radio show will be recognized, and you guys are part of that team. So we'll see what happens 6 o'clock tonight with the awards banquet. But folks, you know, Pickwick is a wonderful place. We haven't announced yet next year where we will be at this conference. We float around the state. We were at Union City, and we've been all over. But there is maybe the possibility of going back to Gallatin next year, because that's where we were when the great flood hit Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that several years ago when everything was flooded in Nashville. We were there for that.
Right.
So there's a possibility that's where we'll be next year. But
y'all might up in that part of the country. Something, you know, there's some big happenings up there. Beretta's going. You know, they're coming to Tennessee. That's where they're going to be located.
Yeah, we mentioned that in our conference, and I also mentioned about are there any golf courses around there too, besides all those Great Lakes Center. We've got Percy Priest, and we've got Old Hickory. There's plenty of great fishing places there. But you know, we had about Phil King was here yesterday. The great Phil King took some folks out catfishing and had a chance to visit with Phil. And then Clay Catali, guys, our guy that does a wonderful fishing report for the website, lroutdoors.com, was up there. Got to visit with Clackett. And then we need to mention also, before I let you guys go, or we move on, that we lost another person in the fly fishing world in the Memphis community this past week. I found out while I was up here that Monty Stark, the owner of the Sporting Life, the old Sporting Life in the Chickasaw Oaks Plaza over by East High School, that Monty passed away. Really caught me off guard that we lose Dan Berry. And then all of a sudden, a couple of weeks later, now we lose Monty Stark. But Monty was one of the first guys that had the fly fishing business here, and so Monty passed away. But great time up here. The fog is breaking off the river, and as I said, I'm looking for Rod Taylor and Tippy Hendren from the Birds to come flying by me here any time. If you were in the pool right now, you would have to wear protective covering.
Yeah.
So how's everything going down there?
It's that beautiful morning and everything. Greg, he hasn't had to point his finger at it too much this morning.
No, not really.
And
he hasn't. Gene Smith hasn't said any. He hasn't told a story or anything. So.
Oh yeah, he's always told something.
Well, I'm hoping that that next week's show. Let me give you a really quick tip for that, because I like to do that, and we're already planning ahead to next week's show, because we're gonna try to keep you guys as informed on what's going on as we possibly can. But Ron Wong will be in on next week's show. We're going to talk a lot about fishing. I got 2 or 3 surprise guests that I'm going to throw in there that I'm not going to even give you an announcement to. Appreciate the folks today that donated some prizes for us. Really good stuff, and I hope you had a chance. Have you given away the Avery gift card yet?
No, we were waiting. We're going to give it away right now in your segment.
Actually, I gave it away.
You gave it away
Yeah, I
already?
did.
Oh, well, we was waiting to give it away in Larry's segment but he gave it away.
Yeah, I had somebody ask. Actually, when they called, they asked if we had an Avery gift card to give away before I even told them that we had it. They asked if we had one.
I hope they hadn't won it last month.
No,
So,
no, they didn't.
Okay, well, we'll make sure that you folks have to know you cannot win 2 prizes in a row unless your name is Ray or Gabbert or Smith. There's a lot of Smiths out there. We better watch out for that and everything. But, hey, I hope I know next segment you might hit Ron Wong, you might not. I wasn't going to mention it, but there's a possibility that Ron, who's out in Sacramento at the Bassmaster Elite Tournament, may call in. But if Ron calls in at 5:15, we will give him a prize.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's what the time is out in California. But, hey, guys, I appreciate you filling in for me again. I know it's a great job, and thank you, Greg Ratliff. All this will be posted on lroutdoors.com. Go to the website. We've got a lot of new stuff posted, videos and all sorts of stuff like that. So I know it's going to be good, and I hope to talk to y'all on next week's show. With me and
Okay.
Ron. Thank you, guys.
Well, watch out for the birds.
I've got to watch. I'm wearing my hat.
Okay. Well, good.
All right, buddy. Thank you
Okay.
for filling in for me. We'll talk to you later. Don't forget,
Okay, have a good day.
Don't forget, Monday afternoon on Monday, those prizes will be available too. Okay. See you, buddies.
Okay.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye. And the incomparable Larry Ray.
I remember being up there and all them swallows coming up
Oh,
there.
yeah, everything. Well, we're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back with Brian Thompson and talk boating a little bit to close this show out.
Calling you and me, where the mighty